Hello guys, welcome back to Kutti Harry's Lab, episode 3. So today, first of all, thank you for everyone's feedback so far on our Nitro videos. Getting good feedback so far. So my dad made a little surprise for me. So this is my little tool box, which is a shaved coconut shell. And we've upgraded a bit on our little studio as well here. I never knew I had this many engines on me until today. Right, today what the episode is, probably you've already seen it. If you buy a Nitro buggy used second hand anywhere from Facebook Market or eBay or Gumtree, anywhere online, what to look out for and how to save yourself not wasting too much money. Right, to start off with, I'm going to start with the tires and wheels and then give you an idea what needs to be looked at on the suspension. And then from there, we're going to go into the drive shaft part, the brakes, the gears, the engine, and also the electrics of the servos. Right, so to start off with, first I'm going to show you about the wheels. So what you need to check on the wheels is mainly if it has any play on it. Can you see this? If it has a play in here, hold on. This one has a play. You can't even see this one has a play and has a play. So if you see Nitro buggies, RCs or normal electric RCs with this play issues, that means you've got the gasket has worn itself a bit out. There's a trick what you can do. You just take a fuel line. Let me show you here. So you take a fuel line just like that, and you cut the fuel line in little small portions. So you can probably like 3 millimeters. Let me show you. Probably half the size of this. Can't even see it. Hold on. There, half the size of this. What you do, you cut it, and then once you take the shafts out, so you take, do you know what? I'm just going to show you what to do. Quite a helpful tool. So we're going to take the wheel out first. Pull the nut off. I'll show you on here as well. So we're going to take this part off. Once you're taking the wheel off, look at that, that's the wheel. You have, this one's got an alloy pin. This pin, this is more or less the shaft that holds onto the wheel. Once you take this out, you will see a little pin here. Hold on. There. Can you see this pin? This is the pin which goes on the back side of this and then gives you all that motion from the front wheel. So we're going to take this off. Do you know why it was shaking? Look at this. The shaft is missing. The shaft is broken in this one. There's supposed to be a shaft like this at the front. Can you see it? So the tension is gone, hence it's got big of a movement. Wow. So shaft is broken in this one. That's why it was shaking more than it should do compared to this side. Well, I'm going to put it back together for now, but we'll replace the shaft. And when I replace the shaft on this end, I will show you how to do it. That's my dog, Yes Man. He's probably wondering what I'm doing. Oh yeah, just to let you know, sometimes dogs don't smell like RC cars because they don't really like the smell of the nitro fuel once it's burned. My dog has that issue. Right, next step. This is the first thing you're going to check, and we know why now. Why? But I don't have the part, so there's no point me taking off right now. Next step, what you're going to look into is the servos, if they work, but I just realized it doesn't have a battery pack, so I'm going to put that in a second. So we'll check the servos at the end. Check the fuel line. Can you see that? There's a pinched out on the fuel line. This is what goes into the carburetor, and there's a pinch, so definitely air will be leaking through it, so the fuel flow wouldn't be constant. that needs to be looked at. So we will do that in a second. Gasket seems fine, not bad. Brakes, once I put the servo on, we will know how good the brakes are. Right now, won't be able to know. Right, let's put the batteries in now. Come on. I'm just going to take this top part off. And we're out. Right, no batteries. Here, have a look at this. So that's the receiver, that's a digital receiver. You've got your on and off switch. And there are no batteries, so let me put quickly batteries in them. Because once I know the car is quite decent all around, so with the shaft, with the brakes and everything, then I can go to the engine. For me, the engine is the easiest part to fix. These parts will take sometimes quite a long time. Right, this works, accelerating works. So when I accelerate, if you can see, no, you can't see it, but yeah, it is working. And steering, perfect. She's in the middle as well, perfect. Can you hear this small grinding noise? Here. You get the grinding noise if the servos are pushing too much to left or right than what they're supposed to be set at, and they're actually pushing against something. So I need to take the throttle a bit back. Look, it's gone. Oh, it's back again. There you go. Perfect. Oh. Perfect. I can hear it normal. That's when you know the servos are not actually still on and trying to push one side. That's how you damage the servos. Right, this is perfect. Now brake. Just going to try it just here. It's a rear wheel. Braking, but not that much of a strong brake. Let me quickly have a look at the brake pads. Brake pads are fine. Probably my batteries are not that great, but brakes are working. It's holding onto it, but the servo is just pushing a bit too much back, so I just need to work that onto the controller. This is a very simple digital controller. It's not bad for beginners. Right, so that's off. I'm going to turn it off for now. We don't need it. Next step. So we've checked this part, so I'm going to put this back together. Is the engine. So the owner of this buggy said he couldn't get to start it, so I'm assuming could be probably the leak there, but it's not this part. But the thing is, not even getting to start it, it's quite a bit we need to look into. So first thing I'm going to check is the glow plug. So we're going to take the glow plug apart. Always carry glow plug wrench, very important. Glow plugs can go whenever they want, so always have a spare one in there or on you. Oh, and have a wrench. So I've got the glow plug out, and the glow plug will always have Let me show you in this camera. That's the glow plug, and it will always have another washer. So make sure you always have the washer on the glow plug. Always. Camera defect. Just show you the glow plug. There you go. Yeah, make sure with the glow plug, always have the washer. Always have the washer on. Without the washer, say it doesn't have the washer and you put it on there, it can go further into the actual head and can damage the piston. It can happen. So always make sure you have the washer on. Now let's test it. So igniter. And she's glowing. There you go. You can see glow. My igniter is quite dead, but it's glowing. I've got another one anyway. When we start it, so this back in. Easiest way for me to, the way I find it to put glow plugs in, hold it like this, and then go sideways so you can't go wrong. And then you can turn it. Otherwise, sometimes it just falls in there. You'll be struggling to get it straight. Otherwise, you will thread it. If you thread this bottom, that's it. You can need to redo your engine again. Right, let's set the idle first. Let's see the idle. Oh wow, no wonder you couldn't get it to start. The idle is too open. Look at that, look at this gap. This is too much gap. So let me close it back in. So what you need to do is you take the screwdriver, and then can you see the one with the spring, the screw? We're going to go anti-clockwise, so we're going to unscrew it because we want it to go backwards, back to resting point, but not too much. Look at this now. You can't even see the gap. It's supposed to be like, there you go, like probably 0.01 or 0.02 millimeters is enough. Centimeters, that's millimeters, yeah. Right, that's why I didn't start, I'm guessing. Right, next step, let's try starting it. So I already showed you on my previous video, episode 2. Normally what I do is I just bring them completely flush, the high speed and the low speed. Just looks more or less flush anyway. And then start it, and then I will tune it later on. So let's put fuel in here. La 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 la. Fuel in. What we're gonna do now? Thumb on the exhaust, and oh, what am I doing? I need to repair this first. Got very excited there. Cut this off. Back in. There's an awkward, very awkward position. Perfect. So if you can see, this been just cut off. This was the piece I just cut off. Right. Now thumb on the exhaust, and then start pulling, and you can see the fuel come into the, look, let me show you halfway in. Oh, you can see the fuel go now. There. Can you see that? That's the fuel. Nothing there. Perfect. So fuel is in. So this hasn't been, I don't know when it's been started, so I'm going to cheat and put a little more fuel into the carburetor. Oh, yep. Open up your index finger onto the exhaust. couple of pulls, it should definitely start. I don't see why. This is quite dead. Let me just get it from my display. Oh, sugar. Let it warm up a bit. Let's see. Oh wow, straight away. Straight away it started. It will cut. Why did it just cut? It's because it's running very rich. Right, I'm going to do another video of tuning it, so this video doesn't get too long. We got it to start, servos work, so it's a great start on this buggy. You could see what the little issues were. Once I get the actual shaft as well, I will take it apart and then show you what needs to be done to make it more solid on the corners. Great video, right? Thank you so much, guys. So this is what you need to look out for. If you buy a used Nitro, any Nitro buggies or any cars, the basics of what you should look into without not wasting too much money. So I'll probably see you in the next episode anyway, or next clip, or next video. So thank you so much for your support so far. Make sure you subscribe, press the bell button so you get your notification every time I put a video out, and I see you very soon. I love you.